Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trekyards. I am Captain Foley.
Alright, go to Gardens. Welcome back.
And today we're going to be talking about a new area on the Enterprise, Little Strange World Enterprise, that we saw in this latest episode. And it is the main cargo bay, or cargo hold, I guess. So, yeah, lower part of the secondary hull.
Yes, and this was an interesting one because it kind of popped up throughout, and it kind of feels exactly the same as the engineering room. And it's just as giant, so you're wondering where on earth does this fit? They do actually give us where it is, which you're right, is where the Excelsior's one is. So that was at least they answered that question. But it was an interesting, wow, this is a TARDIS level room inside the Enterprise. I mean, this is, what, at least 4 decks?
I think it's more like 2 or 3 decks. Probably 3 at the most. Personally, that's what I thought. I didn't know what I was looking at half the time. It looked like an amalgamation of engineering and a shuttle bay. So, to get the explanation, it's a cargo bay. Cool, I guess. Just doesn't look very functional. I guess you store pods attached to the sides in these slots, because it doesn't look. You'd think it would be like a cargo bay with like a flat floor, so you could store stuff. And yes, Hammer gets crushed by a air conditioning unit, I guess, because it's got a big snowflake on it.
Yes, those side girders seem somewhat wasting space.
Yes, exactly. But for the secondary hull, I can kind of buy it as a structural detail, but it's not how it's like the Enterprise is almost unfinished at that point.
Yeah, and also it's not very full, and also it's mostly empty space. There's no... You'd want to have multiple decks or multiple things. It seems insanely non-functional. And the entire episode, the door's open for some reason, despite it not being in use at the time.
They took a lesson from Discovery and left the door open. It's not a shuttle bay door.
Because that was an interesting choice, because it told us it connected to the outside of the hull with a giant, at least 3-deck hull. Which is like, where would there be a giant 3-deck hexagon, whatever?
We got shown that, though.
Which is good. I know this is the LED wall, which is why it has the exact same arrangement as engineering. It's got the railing, and that's the separation point. So the logic of it. Next view, though, shows where it is.
And this was kind of cool to see, actually, because you see all these details on the exterior. You never quite know what they're for. But to see it in use is cool.
And just to be clear, guys, this is my custom render of the Star Trek Anniversary, is a licensed CBS version of the ship, done right at the end of Season 1 Discovery, so it's not been updated at all since then. So obviously their version of Enterprise is different, but it's the same idea. This is what they had. So clearly not the same detailing in the same place. But I mean, at least there's the logic here of it being the same place as Excelsior. I get that. I appreciate that. Same place it could have been. There's nowhere else on the ship. But that does kind of mean now that you've got there's nothing in the secondary hull from the back of the hull to the middle of the hull. And above that is the entire shuttle bay. And in front of that is the entire engine room. So the Strange New Worlds version of Enterprise, the entire secondary hull almost entirely is taken up by 3 rooms. Almost entirely.
Well, I don't think the room's very deep, though. If you look at that circular light on the top, you can assume that the railing is kind of at the end of that. And then, I don't know. It's complicated. You need the deflector systems and stuff in there as well in front of engineering. Like, there's a lot that needs to be in that secondary hull. So,
thank goodness it's been oversized by 35-40%. Thank goodness, because these rooms would not exist in the TOS one. And the refit, the cargo bay is attached to the shuttle bay. It's the second level. It's very clever. It's a very integrated thing. But it really does just feel like the engineering room. They've just changed the model detail a little bit. And considering that above this, why would it have the same pattern? I don't know. But here's a sort of collage of both views. At least we've not seen the turbolifts yet, because at this point, so now that we're in the second hull taken up by 3 giant rooms, is there any space for the turbolifts of roller coaster lifts? If there is, there's no rooms left. Although it's funny because it means Uhura has to share with 3 cadets. So they prioritise space. The captain gets giant quarters, ensigns get 0 quarters space, but
Lon has giant quarters in this one as well. So,
but there's room for this. It's very odd the way they've rebalanced this ship, and they've got the corridors being bigger and.
Yeah, you can actually see the white light that I was talking about from the outside. You can see it on the inside there, but it's not lit up by the door. So you can kind of get a sense of the depth.
And also,
Yeah,
for some reason, the shuttle bay door, this door was open the entire scene, and then they closed it, but then opened it again for the CGI exterior. I think the teams didn't cooperate. Because the thing is, if this is the LED wall, to rotoscope out people and replace the background is super impractical.
I like that it's underneath the shuttle bay. Well, kind of. The shuttle bay is back a bit, but it, like you said, in the motion picture, you got the shuttle bay, then it drops a level, and you got all the cargo bays, and then, yeah. I love how it kind of ties in with you. Comment down below what you thought about this space. Let us know if we're wrong or if we're right. So just comment. Be nice. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell icon so you don't miss anything. And join us for the lives where we have these kind of discussions and more. And you guys can take part.
You can. By going to those live streams, it's that easy. You turn up, use your phone, you go tap, 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 I have an opinion, we read it out with a super chat, and that can often bring big old debates on these things. And of course, support other videos, check out everything else I've done this week. There's lots to talk about. There's Gorn stuff, there's Federation stuff, there's stuff. Lots of stuff this week, so check it all out. Comment does help. Super thanks, which is a new super chat, but in a video form. Try it. See if it works for you. $5 makes a difference. Or one time, or monthly story at Patreon, or join the channel on YouTube. All amazing ways, all really important. Thank you in advance.
That's right. So until next time, he is Commander Cockings.
He's Foley.
See you later.
Bye, guys.